Alright guys, so I was finally able to build the 1911 that I was looking for. I ended up deciding to buy two of them and just swap the parts. That was the easiest thing to do. So I basically wanted this firearm, the A1 FS Tactical 2 Rock Island 45. I wanted this in a double stack, but they don't make it. So then if you go to their website, they do make a double stack 45, but it's got this big, I don't know, ugly looking rail that I just wanted for, like, you know, target shooting and whatnot. But so that one MSRP is at like 900. Both of these together cost me $750. So already I can build what I want for less. And I'm like, I was gonna put the parts back together of the ones I'm not using, and then I can probably sell that. So so what I wanted to build was like, ended up being like 400 bucks. So what I'm gonna do is I want the slide from this one, the hammer, safety, Beavertail. I did want the trigger, but the trigger, it's not gonna fit because the inside of the trigger is just big enough to go around the magazine. As you can see, double stack mag is much bigger, so it's not gonna fit. So if I do want one of these, I guess they're called skeletonized triggers on this one, I'll have to just buy one. I haven't even looked to see if they're available for these. Just one note here: if you're swapping the Beavertail, this little backstrap thing has to go with it. So if you use like this backstrap and this Beavertail, it's going to be very loose, and then if you mix match this one and this one, it's going to be so tight that it doesn't work. So these have to go together. And watch for the slide lock, or slide release, or whatever you want to call it. These are not the same. They're very similar, but I believe you want the slide release goes with the frame, the lower. So keep an eye on these. But also, when you're putting it back together, don't force it in. If you need to force it in, it's the wrong one. Or if it's way too loose, it's the wrong one. You wanna. I'm gonna show you. I know a lot of assembly videos, people have a trouble getting this thing in, but it's really easy. I'll show you a little trick that I use, but don't force this in, because I did, and I put it on the wrong one, and the thing wouldn't come out, and the slide locked. I ended up having to kind of like use a hammer to get this out, and finally it came out. But keep your eye on that. Let's see, I think that's about it. All right, so now let's start taking these down. So, oh, one other thing, since I'm not going to swap the triggers, I'll still take them apart. They're really simple to do. Some people say they're complicated or whatnot, so I'll just do one and show you. But I will put together the chapters in the description, so if you want to scroll right to the spot, I'll do that. One other thing, this was a California compliant model. I am not in a state where they tell you how many rounds you can have in your mag, so all you need to do is, these little dimples are the only thing keeping the rounds from going down further. So you can only get 10 rounds in, so I just drilled out these, and now you can get 14 in. So don't let that scare you. If you want to get one of these double stack 45s, the California compliant model, all you have to do is get rid of those little dimples. All right, so let's start taking this down. I'll put this over here. So you push in that. I'm not really up to date on all the part names, but you just push that guy down. And then you're gonna want to keep them all kind of together. I'll put that over here. Just keep the stuff all together like that. Some of these are really tight, so sometimes to even turn this, I'd have to like use the mag. But anyway, so turn that left. All right, and up that little thing right there. Comes out easily. Yeah, remember this, at first, it should go with, just think it should go with the lower. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I will test it. All right, so we got the, this is what we want, the lower that we want, and we're gonna swap some of these parts out. I'm gonna keep the grips on this one. The grips have to come off this one to get this Magwell, I think that it's called, because this can't come out with this in there. So we'll do that. So I had done this already, and just to see if it was going to work, and it works pretty good. So these are a little loose. I didn't want to put them in, tighten them down, because I knew I was going to take it apart again. Okay, and you really don't need that many tools for this. I have like a few screwdrivers, some of these little, I use this as like a punch. Let's see. This Magwell was really hard to get off the very first time, and now it's fine. Okay, it's off. Okay, these are both off. All right. I usually use a mag for this one. This one's kind of like some sharp edges on it. Yeah, it's still pretty tight. Yeah, to bring this one off, use the mag. Yeah, it's still tight. Okay. Let's see this one. All right, so this is the slide we want. All right, let's see. Now we'll start doing the these parts in here. So this. Okay, see, I could not do that before, so just push it like that. I had to use a tool, but that comes off. Now, so you probably know Rock Island's not like all that expensive, so some of the machining is suspect, but I can't get this one out. Usually you punch it that way because there's something to stick that on. This side is rounded, so it usually comes out this way, but there's this little lip here with some bad machining, and it will not go that way, so I'll have to do it this way. This was kind of difficult the first time. Let's see if it's gonna... There we go. Alright, it's over there. Alright, one sec, the kitty is being annoying. Yeah. Okay, so that comes out, this comes down. These are very annoying right here. So this one, I want the ambidextrous safety to go on this one. This one only has one-sided, so this little pin has to go with it. And when I checked, it was very tight on that one, but still doable. But these ones, these meet in the middle, and they're very tight, so that's kind of a problem. But we'll see if we can take care of that. So I'll do this one first. think I can just do this and get it started. Just use a little punch. I don't have one small enough, so I kind of have to make it up as I go. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh man. Alright, I'll just do it the way I was doing. So I usually have one of these guys, so I don't scratch it. Okay, that was easy. Yeah, so this one is a lot easier than this one. Keep these parts together. Now this pin comes out very easily. Or, well, bring that down. This one comes out. And then that thing, once that safety comes out, sometimes that shoots out, so watch for that. Oh, well, you can, usually I take that out first, but whatever. Okay. Backstrap off. Okay. Out here. Okay, so I'll show the little trigger on this one if I can take this frickin' thing apart. Usually after you've done it a couple times, it gets a little easier. Let's put that card on there. Oh, okay. Very easy. Yeah, make sure you have one of these, and you might use one that's a little bigger. I don't know, but once you get the flat part in there, then you can kind of turn it and like create a wedge. Okay, so that comes out. This one. Also, one of the things you probably want to do is see how high that, so the safety needs to be up. So when putting these together, they need to be, you know, at the same angle. And so this one kind of moves freely, so you got to put this one back in first. But like, you don't know at this point where it's where the safety is. So let me see if this will go back in. If it goes back in willingly, then I can kind of look. Okay, that was easy. All right, doing this a couple times really helps. All right, so get an idea the top when the safety is engaged. So look at this one. Okay, so they have a flat machined here so that you know it's going to be flat with this rail. See, that flat and that flat, like that. So when you put it together, so okay, keep an eye on that, kind of where that pin is in relation to that little rail there, and then these flats. So that's going to help. So let's see if I can. Sometimes you can wiggle it out if it gets loose, but just try it. I'll do this again. Watch, it's not going to come back out easily. Okay. Okay. So then this needs to slide up. Okay, see, this is, when this is brand new, it's very tight. These come together inside like this. Yeah, see how difficult that is? It's very tight. So, and then like you can't see, so these, make sure these are lined up. Okay. Okay. Take this out. Then this one comes out very easily. I can probably do it with my fingers. Trigger. Okay, now this is the, I'll show you what the trigger looks like here. So push that little guy out. So you can see this little cutout. This is on the Ambidextrous one. It sits in there just like this. So that's going to be important. That groove has to face the safety. Alright, put that there. Okay, now let's look at the trigger. So now this thing just comes out. So just take a mental picture of that. So it goes like that and it goes through there. So let's take this out. If you have a problem remembering this, keep it in the orientation. Try to keep, looks like that. Okay. So keep a mental picture, not like this, but like this. And then this sits in like this. And then this goes up in that little hole right there. Okay, so let me show you the trigger real quick. You do a quarter turn, you push it just slightly, and then do a quarter turn left. Now it's not going to cooperate. Usually this is pretty easy. Oh, yeah. So just one turn left, quarter turn, and then it comes out. Okay, so check out this trigger, like that. So the magazine goes through that trigger. So this trigger over here, this is much wider because it has to go around the double stack mag. Let's see if it fits that little bit. Yeah. Okay, so let's put the trigger back in. That. Now a little bit out, and then turn it right, and then it snaps in. Okay. Keep that orientation. I know this is hard to get your fingers in there, but like that. And then that gets pushed up. See that? Okay, now let's get this pin, because we're putting only the one-sided safety on here. So we'll take, where's that little pin? Not this one, is it? away something. Oh, it's still in here. So yes, I have to do the trigger here. So I'm just gonna push that out. Oh yeah, I need to take this off. See? Alright, let's take this off. Just one side though. Another note on these grips. I do have to get new grips. I wanted these ones. They fit, they line up, but the fatter grip, the double stack grips wrap around. This one is just flat, so you have a huge gap here, so you do have to get new grips if you don't want these. I think I'm getting the black ones. Alright, so let's just grab that pin. That pin out. And let's put this one back in. I'm going to try to do it so that the groove is facing the hole for the facing this way. So it's barely hitting that grip. I might just take it off anyways, just for simplicity. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me see. I'm going to grab this one that we need. Just see if it's lined up okay. Might need to turn it slightly. A little better. So it is going to be tight, but let me see. So that might need a little bit of opening, that little groove, but when I did this before, it wasn't bad. Try to turn that. Just make sure that's all the way in. Okay, see that it's a little tight? So if I line up that flat right with that other flat, that's the position it's going to be in. All right. Okay, so that's in the right position-ish. That little pin. All right, let's start. Oops. Hopefully that didn't turn. All right. So I believe, no, I don't think I need that just yet. Let's do trigger first. Now this is the trigger from this guy, or the hammer. Let's put a hammer back in here. Okay. I think. Okay, so with this, you see that little cutout? It's gonna be right up against that little trigger group that we just had out on the other one. don't put it in like that so that it's underneath. It's not going to work. It took me hours to figure that out one day. So make sure it's up on top and that it doesn't move. And you can do that by starting this little back strap. So remember, the back strap has to go with, let's see. Okay, that one goes over there. Okay. Need this back strap. Let's see, where is... Okay. Alright, so here we got... So now let's grab the right one, the right side. Okay, now line it up so that that flat is right there. Now I want to say that it's got to be back. Okay, that looks good. Now push that little spring in. That little spring in so we can... Yeah, this one's gonna be tight, I want to say. Let's move that down. Okay, so these need to be lined up. Oh, look, oh good, snapped right in. Okay, so now this one and this one are connected in the middle. See, not bad at all. So it gets tighter as you, or looser as you work it a little bit. Okay, so that's not bad at all. Okay, trigger forward. Okay, so now let's put this one in. So let's move that little guy in. So that this guy has to go in that plunger like this. Has to go like that. Okay, so push that in. Okay, now we're gonna want, we got this point yet? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take the slide release from the frame. So let's match up that center hole. Okay, there it is. All right, so what you want to do, keep it higher. You don't want to go down and up. Keep it high. See that little cutout? Try to keep that cutout in the slide release right on top of that thing. So line it up perfectly. There it goes. All right, so that was the right one. So keep the slide release with the frame. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go this way. Do it this way. Okay. Here we go. Works fine. Okay. Now you might want to, you can probably scroll through this one. I'm just going to put these grips back on. Put that up, get that out of the way. Alright, so here's the finished product. Looks really nice. I might just keep that trigger, I don't know, but I think the skeletonized one looks a lot better. Where is that thing? Yeah, over here. I think that looks a lot better, but not a deal breaker. So works fine now. And got the 14 round mag. This is going to be an absolute banger. Nobody's going to fuck with you with a 45 with 14 rounds. All right, so let's go to the let's go start putting back the other one. All right. Okay, so first, so I did not put that back. All right, here we got the little pin. Let's see, is it still roughly in the same position? So, okay, there we go. All right, what trigger? Trigger. Okay, now we just have the one-sided safety. Let's put that one in there. Okay, see that? I first put that in and it went under, so keep an eye on that. That left finger has to be on top. So that cutout is right on it, and then hold it in place. Hold it in place with this guy. Damn it. Alright. Okay. Let's go here. Back. Push that plunger in. There we go. Now put that down. Okay. That was easy. See if it goes in any further. Oh, so that thing just came out, that little shaving. Okay, so I guess we're good there. All right. Good. All right, what's next? Might start doing some of this stuff. Back on. I usually tighten these down very tight. Just for now, I'm just gonna lightly tighten them. What in the world? Come on, fucker. Okay. There we go. Again, don't force this thing in here, just in case we didn't get it. I'm pretty sure it's right, because the other one wasn't very loose or anything. So. Okay, so now let's line up that little thing, that little groove. Keep it slightly up. Goes right in. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, the mag was tight when I got it. I think it was because of that trigger that I pulled out. I think it's just a little narrow. Okay, there we go. Safety works good. So there we go. So like I said, I can probably sell this one for, I don't know, 400 maybe, meaning I could build my own double stack 45 Rock Island for like 350. I think you can still get the GI model, you know, with the fixed sights for like 340 maybe. I think I just saw a site that had it. So yeah, eventually maybe I'll do a video on shooting. But yeah, that's how you do it.